Hello, welcome to the channel. This is where I talk about my growing comic book collection and things I got going on. If you are a subscriber, thanks so much for coming back. If this is your first time here, I hope you like it. If you have anything you'd like to add, please leave a comment. Let me know anything that you have you might like to say. Tips, tricks, comments about anything that I'm going to show. I'd love to hear from anybody. With that, let's get into it. So my last video, I talked a little bit about Free Comic Book Day that I went to at Gotham City Limit, one of the local comic book shops here in Jacksonville. I really like going there a lot. They have pretty much all newer stuff. So we went there for Free Comic Book Day. I'm a little bit embarrassed to say it, but I was actually just trying to remember when exactly it was, because I couldn't remember. I wanted to talk about it, in preparation for this video. So I looked up when I went, and I found out that Free Comic Book Day is not just something at my local comic book shop. That's actually just a huge promotion. It's a holiday that sort of all or most comic book shops do to promote new comic books and just new readers and try to spark some interest. So we went to Gotham City Limit. We got a ton of free books. I talked about that in my last video. And then our library was also doing a free event. Now, if I had known that Free Comic Book Day is a holiday, we probably would have looked around and could have found a lot more stuff to do. But those were the two that we found. I just thought it was crazy luck that they both happened to fall on the same day. So we went to Gotham City Limit. We got all of our free books, and while we were there, we then went into the store and picked up a couple more. The store was lined all the way through the store and out the door. There were so many people there, and it's a relatively small shop. I think most comic book stores that I've been to are relatively small, so there wasn't really room to walk around with the amount of people that were there. Rather than going in and shopping around and looking and just sort of perusing around the whole store, we just got in line, and then as we walked through, because the line snaked around the whole store, we just picked up things along the way. I'm going to talk I'm going to talk mostly about what we picked up while we were in line. Then I want to talk about that event at the library as well. Again, it was Free Comic Book Day. If you didn't know about it, it is the first Saturday of every May of the year. So next year, 2026, I think it's May 2nd, we'll be ready for it, and we're probably going to try to hit up a lot more. So these are the books that I paid for on Free Comic Book Day at Gotham City Limit. The first one that we got was Scarlet Witch. I talked about it before. My daughter, she's 7 years old. She tried to show a little bit of interest in comics, and she found Scarlet Witch. She was sort of interested, so I was trying to keep her interest up, and this was something I found to try to keep that going. She's kind of fallen out of interest with it altogether, which is to be expected. I mean, she's a 7-year-old girl, so she's got a lot of other stuff going on. But we got Scarlet Witch for her regardless. I still think it's kind of cool. Disco Dazzler variants. She liked it enough to leave, to comment on it, but that was it. One of the other ones that we got, and we actually started reading this, my son and I did, started reading this today. It's Rivals, Marvel Rivals. It's number one of another variant, and it was just kind of neat. It has Jeff the Land Shark on the cover, and him being 4 years old and seeing like the cartoonish type character. He was pretty excited about it. He thought it was interesting, so he wanted to get it. So we read it. We read the first couple pages today, and it is actually a pretty good story so far. It's just kind of a hodgepodge of everybody together. So there's a lot going on there, but we do like the storyline so far. We picked up Spawn. Spawn is not something that we're really into, but my son really likes the graphics, and for some reason they're kind of always on the lower shelves. So whenever he's reaching over and trying to pull something out to find, he always finds Spawn, and he's always happy to get it. We haven't read them. Don't know that they're quite appropriate for him yet, but we still have them. We got a ton of Spawns at this point. So I got this one. This is number 354. Again, this is another one, kind of similar situation. We got Deadpool, April Fools, the April Fool's Day variant. Not probably gonna read this. I have seen the Deadpool movies. They're definitely not appropriate for a 4-year-old. But the comic books I haven't gotten too far into yet. We may reread these, but it's just another one that my son is a big fan of. Not really any reason other than he thinks that they look cool. Now, we got this one here. It's Sonic the Hedgehog, but we got Sonic, we got Flash, Batman, Wonder Woman on the cover. Again, just another one that he's really happy to see, because he's all about Sonic as well. So we had to get it. We got this. No, at Gotham City Limit, most of the books that they have are all in covers, so I don't take anything out to look at it, because I don't feel like I'm supposed to. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't take them out. So I saw this one. This is obviously Green Lantern, but I didn't really know exactly what it was or what's going on here, but I really like the cover. So we picked it up. I just opened it. I found that it's absolute Green Lantern. I don't know anything about that. I assume it's just sort of another storyline, but I've never heard of it before. It's definitely not the character that I'm used to, but it is what it is. So we'll see what goes on with this, but still cool issue to have. We got the Amazing Spider-Man #1. It's another variant. Venom's another one that my son really likes. We've seen all the movies. We've seen The Last Dance probably 100 times. So anything that's Venom, my son's all about it. So we got #5. It's Legacy 244. It's another variant. We got Carnage. Carnage #1. Definitely, I like the cover a lot. It says second printing. So I assume in terms of value that maybe devalues it a little bit, but I'm sure that you guys probably know better than me, but I don't really know that much about it. Again, we just like the graphics, we like the imagery on the front, so we picked this one up. That's everything we got from Gotham City Limit. Again, we just walked through. We got, I think it was 40 or so free books from them, so I felt a little bit obligated to walk through and pick up a couple others that they had, and that's what we got. Now, when we finished there, we went over to our local library because they were holding a free comic book day event as well. So we went there. It's kind of a trade show. There was a little bit of everything going on there. They had a bunch of vendors. Nothing really too spectacular. You could buy stickers, or you could buy some superhero or Pokemon cookies, that sort of stuff. We walked around, and they had a scavenger hunt as part of the event. They had a scavenger hunt, and what it really was just getting signatures, signing off all the vendors that they had there. I think there was like 20 different vendors that they wanted you to get a signature from them. If you got all of those, then you could go up to the front and get a free comic book. We walked around for a couple of minutes, and then we decided that maybe it would be best for us to do that, just to sort of give us some direction and be able to move through everything more appropriately and with a little bit more purpose. We got through everything, and then we took up our sheet with all of our appropriate signatures. And the library, you know, it's a library, so they were pretty lax about everything. You know, I assume that they probably got their comic books for free as well, or they got them from surplus from somewheres. And they had a ton of stuff up there. They just had a whole catalog that you could look through, and you could get whatever you wanted. And they saw Eric III. They saw my son, and they were trying to help him find things that they thought would be appropriate. You know, Disney, Dr. Seuss, those types of books. And I explained to them, and well, I had my son tell them that we collect comic books, so we're okay with pretty much anything. You know, we're open to all of it because we do really enjoy these, and they're going to be taken care of. When they said that, they got a little bit excited, and they then asked if it was just for my son or if I had done the scavenger hunt as well. So I said, yeah, I did it too. So I said, all right, well, then you guys get 2 books. So you can pick anything you want. If you guys are actually collectors, these are probably the ones that might be a little bit more appropriate for you guys. So we got this is Ninja Turtles. Obviously, this is Ninja Turtles #1, just another variant. And then we got this one. This one I'm pretty excited about. I don't know that it's really anything that spectacular, but I thought it was neat and a little bit funny. So this is Dark Crisis. It's a Wonder Woman comic, #1. But what's interesting about it, because we told them that we were collectors, they said that you would like this because if you look on the back, and let me take this out of the case here, but if you look on the back, it's actually a limited edition or a limited series, or I'm not sure what to even call it, but this was actually produced and printed for Gotham City Limit, the store we just left. They have, you know, at least these, I would assume some more, but they had these printed specifically for them. So you can see right here, it says Gotham City Limit. Variant cover presented by Gotham City Limit. So we actually got this for free, and if we had seen it probably an hour beforehand or 2 beforehand, we would have ended up paying $10 or $15 or whatever they were selling them for at Gotham City. So that's what we got. That's everything that we got for Free Comic Book Day. Just found out right before I did this video that that's actually what it is Free Comic Book Day. So next year we're going to be a lot more prepared. We're going to try to hit up as many as we can. But that's everything that we got. With that, there's not a whole lot else going on. We have another show coming up here at the end of the week. We're really excited about. I think they're gonna have a lot more stuff there. It appears to be, it's First Coast Comic Convention. It appears to be mostly all comic book vendors, so we're really excited because I'm still looking for, if you've seen any of my videos, I'm still looking for Captain Planet. Captain Planet, was it 10, 11, and 12? I really need to find those, and they are getting increasingly difficult to find, but I'm really hopeful that we're going to have them. And with that, if you have anything you'd like to add, if you have any comments that you want to leave, I'd really appreciate hearing from you, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.